Hey everybody, it's Rockhard. Welcome to video blog post number 1. Um, I decided that I was going to start video blogging to kind of help myself remember things for some time in the future. So I'm planning on saving these as almost like a diary that I can look back to as I progress through the rest of my life. The primary reason for that is because of college. I am a freshman at Westfield State. He's going to be university next year, but it's Westfield State College right now. I'm a freshman, which means I'm experiencing weird things, doing weird new stuff, hanging out with weird people, getting stalked by weird people, and generally my life is changing a whole lot. So I thought that I would video blog about exactly what I'm going through and the way that things are going in the moments, so that I would kind of know for future reference how I was feeling this year, and I can look back and say, hey, at least I'm not a freshman, right? So going through start with this morning. As some of you might know, up until about October 3rd is the Big E. And if you're from the Northeast or really anywhere in the general vicinity of New England, you'll know what the Big E is. It is a humongous festival. It goes for about 3 weeks, and it is just everything's there. I mean, if you want it, you can find it. And there's shows, there's food. The food is ridiculous. They have a glazed donut that they cut in half and put a bacon cheeseburger in the middle of. Ugh. But you know, it's that kind of thing. It's just festival. It's crazy. It's a party. It's everybody's having fun. Every state has their own building, and they can show off what they do the best, you know, and all that kind of cool stuff. So it's pretty fun. But I work at Storeton Tavern, which is a fancy restaurant that is in the middle of the fairgrounds. Now, this restaurant is open all year long. It's a nice restaurant. The food is really tasty. The people are a kick and a half, and it's kind of fun working there. It's manual labor. It sucks, but it's fun. And I am working till around midnight every night for the next 3 weeks. Well, not every night, but close. And I have to get up for school because I'm commuting from Connecticut to Westfield, Mass. So, starting with this morning was my early morning. I have a class at 8:15 in the morning, and that's U.S. history up to 1870 something, which means it's a really boring class. No offense to my professor, he's a great guy, but I'm not really a history dude. So I worked till about midnight, and I did a couple hours of homework last night. I got to sleep at around 3. This has been pretty much par for the course for the last week. And this morning, when I got up, I realized that I was going to fall asleep driving. So I did my best. I cranked the AC, I turned music way up, and I just was slapping myself in the face trying to keep myself awake. When I got to school, I realized I had 20 minutes, and I literally slept in my car. I didn't even think about it. I just passed out. Slept in my car for 20 minutes, and I got to class. And I found out, unfortunately, that we were going to be watching a documentary about the Transcontinental Railroad, which was really kind of bland and dry and boring as anything I've ever seen in my life. So I didn't enjoy that because I pretty much slept through the whole thing. Nobody noticed. I think my professor might have, but I'm going to start drinking a coffee in the morning. We'll see how that goes. But that class is fun. There's a lot of homework. There's a 900-page book that I have to read for the end of the semester and write a 5-page report about. But, you know, it's okay because it precedes one of my favorite classes ever, which is Astronomy 101. Astronomy is a really cool course where we learn all about all kinds of really cool, weird stuff that we can do all kinds of fun things with the knowledge of. So it is basically about it's Intro to Astrophysics right now, which is really cool. It's not called Intro to Astrophysics, but it pretty much is. So what we're learning about is, you know, basically some of the physics about gravity and about how to use a spectrometer and, you know, things about light, blue shift, red shift, stuff that I already knew because I'm a geek like that. But it's fun and fresh because it's college and everything's at my pace. You know, they teach it once and then they know that you know it, and it's not like in high school where they teach it once and they expect you to just kind of be okay with it being reiterated over and over. Well, this vlog is reaching about 5 minutes long, which is way too long for anybody to actually watch, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and have a nice day. Rock hard and swing smooth, people.